Hello, my name is Noah Lukman Jr. and I'm going to present about the influence of advertising strategies on brand awareness and sales performance. This is a case study of Value News. Yes, and it's going to be presented by me, Noah Lukman Jr. And as you see, we are going to proceed with the outline. First we are going to look at the motivation which made me make the research, and problems, second problem statement, third the hypothesis and objective. We proceed with the population, sampling size, and sampling strategy, key findings, presentation, problem identified and practical solutions, contribution of the skills acquired to the research process, yes, and the research conclusion and recommendation with also the reference. Yes, let's first look at the motive behind the research. Yes, the motive behind research, I had the eager to know the way advertising works, and also second was of academic purpose, and also bring solution in the society I live in. Yes, let's proceed with problem statement. Problem statements. People don't understand well the impact advert in helping their business succeed. In basic and Rwanda, people have been shifting from traditional to modern ways of advertising. Yes, by Mugema. Experts and private sector Federation PSF in Rwanda says market penetration also by local firms continue to be harmed by poor or lack of proper branding and marketing. And also lastly, the impact advertising will have or bring on sales performance and brand awareness. And as we proceed, we are going to continue with hypothesis and objectives. Yes. Hypothesis, first of all, by looking at the hypothesis is advertising strategies improves business sales performance and creates good brand awareness. Objectives, by looking at the general objectives, yes, is to dig deep and investigate the influence advertising strategies will have on brand awareness and sales performance. Yes, specific objectives we have to identify advertising strategies commonly used by many businesses to succeed in brand awareness and sales performance, and to examine the level of brand awareness and sales performance currently, and also to determine the influence of advertising strategies will have on brand awareness and sales performance. Yes, let's proceed with population and sample size and the sampling strategy. Yes, the sample size to use, we use the n equal to capital N over 1 plus capital N bracket E per 2, and yes, as you see, n, the capital N is the total population of people we used, where we list out to 47 people over the formula 1 plus 47 times 0.05 per 2, and to give us a sample size of 42 people. And to prove even this, we use this sample size calculator online. And the population was composed of clients and the value new staff, and sample size strategy, stratified sampling and simple random were the strategy used. Yes, by continuing of the presentation of key findings, demographics, you have seen that it's gender, we used the females and males had a big number. By also continuing level of advertising in Rwanda, as you can see, it's not on high level, which means there is a big work which needs to be done for it to reach on a good level. As you see, people show that there is still something which needs to be done. And by continuing the influence of advert on the way customers respond to products or services being advertised, yes, a big number came to show that, as you see, that there is something that should be done, like the way they respond to services or products being advertised is on a high level, which means that really attracts them. And we also asked them, is there any need for businesses to make advert? And we'll see if the 100% all people agreed that advert needs to be done by business. Yes. But also continuing, there's information from advert match with service or product. Yes, as you see, a big number said yes, but Also, there was another 36% showed that there is still a problem. And as you can see, also problem identified and practical solution. Problem identified is that over 36% find information from advert to not be true from what they saw. And the different kinds of technical used when making advert do not reach a big number. Key problem, as you see, lack of best technique of advert and unpaired info in advert. And practical solution, as you see, products or service of ad has to be matched with the advert meant to avoid bad image of the brand. And when advertising techniques used should be considered as a way of reaching targeted customers. Best solution is to be honest when business are carrying out advert, and also use techniques like social media so that they can reach a big number. Yes, problems are identified. As you can see here, there is a good demograph or a good table that shows well how the solution works by showing the visibility, viability, and desirability of the solution. As you see, when we started by using the best method of advertising like social media platform is one way to reach people in a simple and easy way, as the world is on a high speed of technology. This will help people see the advert they need and the brand we get to know. Yeah. And as you see the visibility, this will be made possible as the big number of people currently today use smartphones, as you saw from the research. And people using smartphones, it does help them to advert. Yeah. And viability, this is viable as social media platforms reach a big number of people in a simple and a quick way without spending much time and a lot of money. Yes, desirability, this solution is highly needed as to enable values to reach targeted customers in an easy way, and it will also highly needed as a big number of people are using technology. Yes, as we said, yes, information provided from adverts should be true or exact, the same way with the service or product being purchased, to avoid loss and trust among both sides of the people. Yeah. And when we look at the visibility, this can be made possible by companies investing in advert with the aim of creating trust, not creating profits. Yes, and viability, this is viable as clients will trust the company and start telling other friends about the company and the service. And by looking at visibility, this is highly needed because without clients' trust, they can never come back to buy or look for services there. Yes. Now, contribution of skills acquired to the research process. Yes, as you see here, communication skills, writing a good presentation without major errors, having good public speaking, technology ability to make good PowerPoint. Yes, and as you can see, research conclusion. Yes, value news lacked proper ways of doing advert or other knowing the exact techniques to use, and customers have been also pointing out different choices they made towards advert, as sometimes find information to be not true from what they saw. Best solution is to use social media as other way to reach many people, and also be honest when giving the good information. And recommendation, value should consider using social media platforms to reach customers, and also customers' recommendation should consider giving feedback when they are not happy of the service or products they received. Yes, thank you so much. The next page is about lead